Today we're jumping into a game of Reckoning with the brand new PML LMG. With one of the strangest secret pack-a-punch abilities, will we be able to complete the main quest? Let's find out. And welcome everybody to Reckoning. I don't know if everybody is done with this map yet. I know I certainly am not. I really like this map. Gameplay wise, there is so much to adore about it. And even now, there's quite a bit to theorize about it too. But we will get to that. First things first, I do want to show you the loadout we have for our PML. I've been doing something different this season. I've been switching it from the tac stance laser to the Strelok laser. I think it's just for the Reckoning here because there's not a lot of really wide open training spots, so I find myself needing to aim down sights really quickly. And with the Strelok laser, you can aim down sights nearly instantaneously, at least your hipfire spread. It gets really tight really quickly. And with a slow firing LMG, I feel like that might be more of a benefit if I could actually hit my shots. Now I have tested out this PML. I've gotten the stats for it so far. I've added it to the damage spreadsheet, link in the description. And spoiler alert, it's not the best. But I have put on a rapid fire and I'm using double time to see if that helps us out any little bit. But we'll talk more about that once we get pack-a-punch open. Interesting, we have an insta-kill. I wonder if we're going to be able to shoot off their arms. Yes, we are. Sweet. I love these commando classes. I feel like they should be the special enemy instead of the doppelgas, but that's just me. But now that we've got some points, I want to make my way to mutant research because of course that's where the Easter egg kicks off a little bit. We gotta pick up this syringe, but also a couple weeks after this map has been released, J Money and Zone X and his crew found a new Easter egg. J Money was camel grinding right in this spot and he heard an Easter egg completion noise. And it has to do with these target dolls here. And I really hope I can do it with this LMG, but supposedly if you shoot one or two of these dolls from a distance, right, oh my goodness, zombie, where are you at? Maybe if we do that, no, okay. Maybe if we come back over here, we're gonna have to end the round, that's okay. If we squeeze all the way back, yes, okay, so we got a noise, and then where is it at? Oh yeah, right there, okay. So just like on Liberty Falls, there are these little cans that if you miss, they go away, but that is another free Deadshot Easter egg. We might try that out next round. If it is like Liberty Falls, we will be able to complete that again. It's really funny because this is a really good camping spot, and if you just move slightly over, you will accidentally hit that mannequin head, just what J Money did. So huge shout out Zone X J Money. Awesome find. I love those perk specific Easter eggs. I wish there were more of them in the game. But we shall continue on to Klaus Assembly. Check all of our spots for a Klaus leg. Hit the vending machine for some points. There's a leg, and here's the other leg. But of course, this is one of the first videos I'm making after the reveal of Black Ops 7. And I don't want to go into too much detail here. I don't want this video to be completely about Black Ops 7. Because I am planning on doing a dedicated podcast episode to both The Reckoning and Black Ops 7, all the stuff that we saw. It's just, I don't have much time. I'm going on my honeymoon in a couple weeks. I'm trying to pre-record videos like a madman. Ooh, we got some points there. That's really nice. All that to say, the 1 to 2 hour podcast episodes, my goodness, they take a long time to record and edit. But boy, am I gonna try to get them out for ya. In fact, I'm quite ahead on videos here, at least in terms of recording. I've got some awesome tips and tricks coming for you. I'm excited. The Reckoning DLC has been treating me well. Mainly, I think, because I just really like the map, which is really surprising to me because usually a map's atmosphere will keep me coming back and make me excited to play it, but the atmosphere of Reckoning here is pretty tame. But even still, the gameplay mechanics, the side quests and Easter eggs, those are the things that I keep coming back for. In fact, it might be today or yesterday, I guess, if if all this is true. A new event should have either just released the Ether tool, just released Mr. Peaks, and through extension we can do the Ether Blade Easter egg, in which case I need to make a video about that. And then I gotta do a Mr. Peaks review before I go on my honeymoon. Man, there's so much work to do. But now that we've opened up Pack-a-Punch, I want to talk about the very secret special Pack-a-Punch ability of this PML, which is called Vini Vidi Vici. Oh my goodness, I don't know how to say that. When you start shooting, you have a really respectable rate of fire, but if you keep holding down the trigger, the rate of fire decreases. Now with rapid fire and double time, I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal, but if we throw up the DPS spreadsheet, including the slowdown for all 400 rounds of this LMG overall, it's got like a 79,000 DPS, which is more than what I thought it was going to be, to be honest. It feels a lot worse than even that. You add on double time, you add on rapid fire, and it's decent. It's definitely C tier, kind of middle of the road, nothing special. The benefit of it is definitely the 400 rounds you can shoot non-stop, and the recoil is pretty good once it starts slowing down too. I have so many like topical videos whenever a new Call of Duty comes out, just retrospectives looking back at this year. Lots of stuff to review, but I will say these side quests in Black Ops 6 are head and shoulders way above the side quests that we had in Cold War. I mean, the just sheer amount of free ether tool Easter eggs, free perk Easter eggs, the free Deadshot specific perk cans, and the loot crates and the SAM trials, and oh, quick revive, nice. And then like the free kill streaks and salvage, it just helps you get set up, and it gives each map kind of a unique flow to it that any other map might not have. Now, I still think there's room to make side quests a little bit more unique and more integrated into the actual gameplay and progression, I guess. But overall, and like this target Easter egg, it's so great. What do we got? We got Deadwire, perfect. I do want to at least start the Wonder Weapon quest. Let's see if we can't see the word. What's it gonna be? Nettlesome. Okay, so we've got an N and we have an E. We have N-E. Let's see, N-E. Neon, of course. How could I forget Neon? That is gonna be 10. We'll put in 10, open up the door, and I think I'm gonna go for this Easter egg again. Oh, there's our geneticist. That'll get us the key card for the DNA. Lots of people forgetting this step of the Easter egg. Lots of people saying, Richtofen's telling me to go back here. That's the step you're missing right there. Let's get rid of this zombie. Can we shoot this again? I don't know if you can repeat this if you failed it. Now that I'm trying to, this might be a one-time thing. And if you fail it, you're done for. That's a little sad. The one on, oh no, the cans are back. Okay, you just don't gotta do that step again. Okay. Boom. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. Dang it. I'm gonna blame the sight on that one. Well, I forgot to go for their arms, so we don't have that other arm for Klaus, but that's okay. Are the cans back up? I don't think they are. Bummer. Let's go, well, first let's go buy PhD and go start this Wonder Weapon step. Get some vermin spawned in here. Ooh, double points that we're gonna waste because we're up here. But yes, we have our very first look at Black Ops 7 Zombies. Now there appears to only be one map at launch with a survival map paired with it. Haven't seen survival maps since Black Ops 2. And from what it looks like and sounds like, at least from the gameplay and teasers we were able to see, Deadwire just killed everything, dang it. It looks like the spawn room of this new map is going to be from Reckoning. Little trick if you didn't know, if you slide up your FOV, it's a lot easier to aim here, but the weapon sway is pretty rough here. Okay, can we do it? Can we do it? Last one, let's go. Okay, there we go, Deadshot. Look at how close our FOV is. This is terrible. Okay, there we go. There we go. Back to this. Cool, now we have Deadshot. Free Deadshot. This map, I swear, just gets better and better. Now, at the end of this Easter egg, we'll take a look at it here. I don't think I've really officially talked about the end of this Easter egg in any, like, just kind of casual video. I've been trying to keep it non-spoilery free, beautiful people. But at the end of this Easter egg, our crew actually gets thrown into the Dark Ether. Now, I know it doesn't quite look like it. In fact, I didn't really think they were in the Dark Ether either until Stanley told me. He was like, yeah, they're in the Dark Ether. That's why the original 4 characters are there, because they were also in the Dark Ether. Sorry, side note, I am not running Environmentalist. I'm running Tribologist on PhD, and now I'm taking damage from these acid pools again. So I'm thinking Environmentalist protects you from this little step, from these little acid pools of the ether trees. But yes, we get teleported into the Dark Ether, and supposedly the entirety of Black Ops 7 Zombies takes place within the Dark Ether itself, which to me sounds incredibly exciting. Not only does that give us free reign to tell crazy wacky stories with crazy wacky characters from all over the place, it basically allows them to do do whatever they want to do. A location doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be an Avalon. It doesn't have to even be bound by our own understanding of time. We can see new characters, new creatures, and it can all be explained by, well, the Dark Ether is just this crazy location. But more than that, in the what I believe to be the intro cutscene of the next map, it is actually a continuation of the outro cutscene that we're hopefully about to watch today. Our characters spawn in here. We're calling them Tempest Crew, all pop out of the corner like, welcome to the party, right? But then in the gameplay, it looks as though the Dark Etherified world is back out there and they're fighting near this little thing, whatever you want to call that logo, statue, marker, I don't know. And I've said this in a video that you guys aren't gonna see for a little bit, but something that I do genuinely admire is the fact that Liberty Falls, Shattered Vale, and now Reckoning all take place in a similar location. They all look different, they all have different aesthetics, but I do like the fact that this map kind of connects both in a literal sense as well as a kind of story and world building aspect with Liberty Falls. With Liberty Falls, with the intel we kind of got to see what these Project Janus people did in their free time when they weren't at work. At the mansion, we saw kind of what Richtofen and his squad was up to and all that research and the history behind that. And here is more of the day-to-day activities. The hidden secret Project Janus is in full view, and it's just it's a risk that they took. I don't know if everybody likes it. I mean, I don't know if I even like it, but I know I at least appreciate it. And then to have the finale of this map kind of kick off into the very beginning of the next chapter, again, that's something we really haven't seen too much before. And then looking at the reveal, I should mention in that cutscene, we see a brief little glimpse of whoever we saw at the end of Modern Warfare Zombies Season 5, the little hooded, shadowy figure that was sitting in front of Shattered Vale. And they're the ones that kind of step in with those zombies in the cage. And they're apparently our main antagonist, which, I mean, very well could be the Shadow Smiths, you know? Oh, here's a cool little fun fact. If you have the hand cannon usually, oh, thank you. If you get a good shot, usually one-shots the shoulder pad. I guess maybe you need a little bit higher of a round, but they usually one-shot the shoulder pads of these Klauses, which I find very, very vulnerable or valuable. But with the inclusion of that shadowy figure, which we can connect to Modern Warfare Zombies, with the knowledge that Dr. Jansen and this crew of characters were affected by the Dark Ether or poisoned or whatever the verbiage was they used in Modern Warfare Zombies, and the fact that our Tempest Crew, I believe we're calling them, look to be very much poisoned by the Dark Ether. In the outro cutscene of Reckoning, they look normal, but in the there's class activated, sweet. But then in the kind of cinematic intro cutscene of the next map, it looks like, you know, our OG Tempest Crew is now infected with the Dark Ether, very similar to what we had back in Modern Warfare 3, or what Dr. Gray said happened to them in Modern Warfare 3. So I know the Black Ops 6 story, especially ending it here with Reckoning, seems pretty shallow or like it cut off in a weird spot, and I agree, it's kind of unsatisfying in a lot of ways. But with the knowledge that they made these games back to back and they were making these games kind of together, they knew that we were only gonna wait like 2.5 months. So really, I don't think in their minds this was supposed to be like a huge finale, but rather it was supposed to be, I mean, I don't know, because it is a finale. It's almost like a mid-season finale of a TV show. Like, oh, there we go. Very good. Like, there's a big twist, you know, like, hey, we either saved Richtofen's family or we saved Sam, which concludes their story, but it just kicks off our story in a brand new way, being trapped in the Dark Ether, which I know is probably not a great excuse. It's probably like a little cop-out, but also, I see the vision. I really do. I see the vision. I understand it, even if the execution probably could have been a little bit different, especially with the lack of intro cutscenes, which Black Ops 7, all of them getting intro cutscenes, fantastic. And I really hope that the dialogue is improved between the set crew of characters, because I feel like there are so many situations in this game where you're like, oh my goodness, okay. Like, for example, Dr. Gray is the one who made Klaus back in Cold War, and so how does she feel seeing Richtofen have a whole factory of them? She doesn't really say anything. It's just kind of weird. I have a conspiracy theory about the set crew crew. Like maybe they weren't really supposed to be the set crew for this game, but I don't know. That's hard to talk about. But this is feeling too much like a podcast episode now. So let's get back to the gameplay here. We've got the Gorg effects. I think Klaus should be done. I wondered why this LMG felt like it wasn't doing well. I wasn't using double tap, and Klaus is done. Beautiful. Ooh, with double tap, the little first burst is really good, and I think it's like the first 10 to 15 rounds that shoot really fast from this thing. And that first 10 to 15 rounds shoots in a very decent rate of fire, and it's honestly not bad. That first burst has a good DPS. I'm just very, very cautious of how good it's gonna do in the boss fight. I would love to keep testing out the Richthofen boss fight with all the different weapons, but with all of the content that I've got to cover and want to cover, I feel like I'm just gonna have to leave that alone. Although I have heard a lot of you beautiful people say that, oh my goodness, the Tonto's really good, or I think the GPMG, the really fast-firing LMG, is really good. So there's a lot of stuff. We can definitely test those out over the course of the rest of the year. We've still got quite a bit of time before Black Ops 7. We can do some myth busting, we could do some augment reviews, the things that we're most curious about. I just love this Easter egg so much. Ooh, a Casimir, that's pretty nice. I might actually take that for this Easter egg. No, I do like smokes. I think smokes are better for the laser attack. Oh my goodness, I haven't even opened the door yet. Well, I'm gonna go get Triple Pack-a-Punch first. All right, Triple Pack-a-Punch. We have enough salvage for a legendary rarity. I am curious how this is going to do. And a legendary, nice. And it feels pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this is not as bad as I remember. Without attachments though, it was definitely a rough playthrough. But I suppose we should like do the very first step of this Easter egg, huh? I don't even have the blood. Donuts, what are you doing? I'm just so excited to talk about zombies. Plus, a lot of these steps are really flexible that you can do in a lot of different orders, so it's really not that big of a deal. But I will look for these folders. We've got 4, 6, so 6, 4, 6, 1, 4, 6, 1, 4. Let's get the zombie down. I can't believe I didn't do this. This is why you get the syringe first, you donut. And I'm gonna keep saying it every single time I play this map. The story and the lore and the world building intertwined with the gameplay elements, because Richthofen just told me I would trust Dr. Fowler with my life. At least I think he said something to that effect. And so here's Dr. Fowler, his brain, and unfortunately, he's like, Dr. Fowler doesn't have the same sentiment. He's Richthofen, this is all your fault, and then here he's gonna kill us anyway instead of doing what we need him to do. You might look at that and be like, oh, that's inconsistent writing, and it very well may be, I don't know. I kind of look at that and go, hey, Richthofen's on his quest, and he thinks that all these people like him and are on his side, but really, he's just a very isolated man, which kind of drives the urge for him to get his family back even harder. But I could be reading too much into that. But then again, isn't like the entire zombie storyline just people reading too much into things? Hello, Klaus. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do this for you. I'll open up the door. Have no worries. Access granted. Beautiful. Klaus, head on in there. And now we can do a lot of stuff. First thing I want to do is take a look at this book. What do we got? We've got 3. So 6134. 6134. And now we're gonna go grab the brain. We're gonna grab stamina up first so we can fall without taking any fall damage. Down we go. That's one of my favorite things to do on this map, man. Oh, it's so great. Ah. Could you imagine having a stinking perk limit with this thing? That'd be so boring. Let's buy some melee macchiato, kill some zombies so we can open up the brain. Man, lots of zombies in here. Of course, end round double points. Hopefully they keep that in Black Ops 7, right? It's pretty iconic now. And this is so neat, man. This is, look, okay, I don't know if I should get into this, but there's some feelings going around about Black Ops 6, and I heard an argument claiming that all of the maps in Black Ops 6 are facility maps. Now look, I'll give it to you. Reckoning, facility map. And we'll talk about the other maps on the podcast. But if you're going to do a facility map, the Reckoning is like the way I want you to do a facility map. We've got the Forsaken chamber just sitting here with the Forsaken giving us quotes, teasing us, taunting us. You've got that brain in quantum computing. You've got mutant research with all of the different boss zombies and Richthofen's family in these pods. It's not just a facility with zombies, it's a zombie facility. I know it's not popular, and I'm like the #1 hater of facility maps and bad atmosphere maps, but and the particle accelerator too, I don't know. I like how this map is done, I really do. Again, I would always prefer like an Ancient Evil, Dead of the Night, Shadows of Evil, something with a really big style, something really zany and out there for sure. Come on, where's that last one? There you are, nice. And that should be 1,000, beautiful. But I also know that there is the completely valid opinion that a lot of people have. In fact, I think I saw a video from Geeky Pastimes the other day, and he said that he loves the atmosphere of Liberty Falls and Reckoning and these more grounded, realistic maps. And a lot of people think that way. One of my favorite zombies YouTubers of all time, Rad Austin, Reed, I miss you, loved your stuff, loved it. He was a very big voice in the sci-fi over fantasy argument. He loved Black Ops 1, he loved the more facility type maps, and I know that's kind of a negative to us right now, but that's kind of how it started. You know, Derice was the facility, and then Ascension was an Ascension facility in Russia, you know? I think Cold War kind of got some flack with its facility type map, mainly because outside of the facilities on those maps, there really wasn't much style or flavor or seasoning to those maps, whereas here in Black Ops 6, I think it's abundant in style and flavor and substance. But again, that's more of a subjective thing. Oh, okay, I almost fell. Even though I think you do this from down below, I think you just need to shoot it right in there. But like this is how you do a facility map, man. If this is a facility, oh, did I not get it? I don't think I got it. Then, oh yeah, there we go. But yes, if this is the most facility map we get, then that's perfectly fine with me. But now let's go clear our head. Don't know why it took me so long to think of that pun. I do like to escort the fungal head in between rounds, because even if that ghost pops up somewhere, I won't be super overwhelmed with zombies, at least in theory. In fact, I will drop it here so it's right next to the telepad, because this is also, I saw one comment saying how much he loves, or this commenter loves, the OG like sit in a line and have the zombies line up camping spots, and I completely agree. I miss them, I love them, and I'm so happy that this map has them. Where did our head go? There we go, let's go. And the little details of the zombies like flying in and like dying or making it through the little teleporters, it's just, I love it. I love this map so much. Now we can place our fungal head right there, and yeah, we're ready to go for the vacuum seal device step. This is a pretty fast Easter egg. Now, even though I just said that this facility map isn't the worst facility map, I believe it was not necessarily confirmed, but maybe heavily hinted at, the fact that maybe there won't be any sort of facility map in Black Ops 7. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, people hear things, people say things. It's really hard to tell, you know, who's to say what. But it would also make sense with all of the maps being in the dark ether that they would all be pretty zany out there concepts. Again, I ain't gonna complain about that. But now with our final vacuum seal device locked up, nice, we are ready to go. Oh, we've got an Uber Klaus coming our way. Let's see, triple pack-a-punched, completely upgraded. Oh boy, okay. Man, you really, I would highly recommend putting on Environmentalist for this map. I know I put on Tribologist and that was mainly for the boss fight, but this map is so close quartered that like, you don't really need to slide all that fast. I know it feels really good, but Uber Klaus and those electrical attacks are just so punishing. It really makes a huge difference putting on Environmentalist. I've done it the past casual games, and this was the first game I've gone back to Tribologist, and the difference it makes is palpable. Yes, it's a trade-off. We all love Tribologist, but this augment system, man, it is a beautiful one. Let's grab our smokes, and because it's round 25, we're gonna be able to go to the Wonder Fizz, get ourselves, let's do, I guess, Vulture Raid on, wow, I guess we're almost ready to go. We just need triple armor, maybe a death machine for the boss fight, and I think we'll be in business. I'm feeling pretty good. You know what? Here, I know a lot of people call me out for being too positive, so I'm gonna give my main concerns about Black Ops 7 just here real quick, since we've been talking about it a lot today. I am worried about back-to-back zombie games, period. That's just a big concern for me. And from what it looks like, we're only getting the one, you know, big transit style map. It's not transit, but it's kind of inspired by transit, I guess. And we're getting a survival map. Now, personally, I'm not too stoked about survival maps, but oh my goodness, a death machine, let's go, just fell from the sky, nice. But personally, So many people have been asking for survival maps ever since Black Ops 2, especially, ooh, we got Reznov little challenge complete. Nice. So I know a lot of people are going to be happy with that. So that's neither here nor there. That's just something that I don't personally get excited about. But I'm worried about the sheer amount of content they're going to be able to deliver us. If they did another type of content release as Black Ops 6, I think that would be fantastic. New locations, 6 maps, spread out, in my opinion, pretty good throughout the year. I really liked the front loading of the round-based maps. I'm going to say it. I'm a fan. I think that was the superior way of doing it, but it just, I worry good content takes time, and 2 years worth of good content in 4.5, 5 years while making Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3 and other games ranked play, like that's a tough feat to accomplish. So I worry about the quantity of content, and I'm also really worried about reused content because, like I said, if we're in the Dark Ether, it means anything can come back, including literally every single Dark Ether, Wonder Weapon, and Boss Zombie, and I want new things, but going into the Dark Ether is where literally all of the old things are. And like I said, I'll do a podcast on my full thoughts on everything, and I might even do a one-off video talking about, even if we don't have sweeping changes to the mechanics, I think I have some pretty decent ideas of how to make these mechanics a little bit better. But you know what? I think we've had enough yapping for today. I think it's time we head in here and do this final step with all the containment devices. We've got the first lever right here, and then apparently you can like force the lever if you like interact with them. Oh, look at that. There you go. Super strange. I wonder if that means we're doing something wrong or if that has any other effect, but there we go. And now we can go to the boss fight. And we are going to choose to help Richtofen. That's how we fight Sam. We are going to help Richtofen. Now, I know we've been using this LMG and it actually feels pretty decent this time around. I think rapid fire and double time is the way to go for sure, but I am worried because if I hold down the trigger, it does get really slow. I mean, this is not bad. Maybe I just need to run double time and rapid fire a lot more often with this thing. All right, there we go. There's that floor done. On to the second one. Oh, there's a glitch in this area where it looks like your weapon rarity is gray, but if you just switch your weapons, it goes back to normal. I got a comment on a video about that. Think, how do you do this with just a gray rarity weapon? Well, that's just a visual glitch. Welcome to zombies. And I do love this floor. This floor is really fun, especially because you can turn around. You've got all these zombies on you, usually. I don't know, man. This LMG might be good. With the right augments and attachments, we'll see. We'll see how much damage this does to Sam. Let's prepare for her arrival with a death machine. And here we go. I need to put damage numbers back on, but whew, that was a good little starting bit of damage there. All right, let's see how much damage we got. Over 1,000 damage, and our hip fire is good enough, at least for this beginning area. That is respectable, especially for that first little bit of rapid fire damage. There we go again. We'll go inside. Zombies all around us. That's okay. I think the laser attack is going to be the one that you want with an LMG, since you can just sit there and lay on the damage. There we go. There we go. We're going to do this. Throw smokes where no one's at. Go inside the smoke. Beautiful. Oh, I need to turn like high contrast on or something. I can't see. Did they buff the smoke? I can't see anything. You know, being in the middle with all the zombies can be pretty sketchy sometimes. Oh my goodness. Almost got her down to that next phase. Almost. Oh, I hear a doppelgast. Get out of here, doppelgast. Another middle attack. Nice. Pretty good damage. Not like a Maelstrom's amount of damage, but I think we have a fighting chance here. Wow, she is really going after this spin attack. Come on. There we go. And then she's gonna leave, so maybe we could do this. Come on. That was a good death machine. That's a good death machine. And we have a Sam trial. And it's just kill zombies. Easy enough. Gotta kill 75 of them though. I think this should be okay. There should be a max ammo somewhere though, no? I've got plenty of points. Oh yeah, there's a max ammo, thank you. I think the more I play this boss fight, the more I think it's really easy, but also I really admire it. You know, going up against Sam, we were all speculating like, oh my goodness, are we not gonna be able to do Sam trials or something? But to have the Sam trials in the boss fight when going up against her, I don't know. I think that's a cool bit of lore and world building and just like being comfortable in the mechanics of the game. Lots of stuff to appreciate about this map and this boss fight. And hey, we got a free perk. All right, and now that we're at her next phase, oh my goodness. Okay, go this way, donuts. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Okay. Oh boy, that attack can still be pretty crazy. Oh, we've got the laser. Let's go, let's go. Inside here, nice. Glowing red spots, beautiful. Come on, get those weak spots. Okay, all right, that didn't feel as good as the other times. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. I was like, what the heck? Lots of RNG though in this boss fight. Lots of just kind of waiting around for her to do the right attacks. Very much reminds me of like a Metroid Prime sort of boss fight, which I think is a good thing. There we go, underneath, beautiful. Come on, donuts, take it out, take it out. I don't think I'm hitting those crits. I think I was too far away to take care of those weak spots, and I have no more smoke, so we'll just have to do Ether Shroud next, which is fine, but there's like a weird little pause between Ether Shrouds. Oh, never mind, I just picked up a smoke grenade. Oh, she left, she left, she left. Oh, I didn't even realize. And she's back, and she's doing this attack. Ooh, I feel like this stage of that attack is where this gun is gonna shine, because we're so far away, we can still just hip fire, and if the gun's dealing a good amount of damage, then we just keep our distance and be solid. Can you shoot the red laser at me, please? That is not the red laser, but we'll make do with it. Oh man, I hate it when she goes right where you go. Sometimes hopping up top here helps, but maybe if we switch directions. Yes, indeed. Let's throw a little smoke, get nice and close, get those underneath the weak spots. Beautiful. Come on, come on, come on. Almost there. Nice center. Quit. Let's go. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Nice. Come on, donuts. That was some good damage. That was some good damage. Wow. Crouch kills. I haven't had that one before. Well, I guess I'll just crouch on top of something. That way I'm not missing my shots. It's actually a pretty good spot to get crouch kills. Look at this. They're all taking their time climbing up here. Oh, critical kills. Donuts. Oh my goodness. I can't even read. I was wondering, like, I was like, dude, I was getting so many crouch kills. What's going on? But yeah, these critical kills, really easy with this LMG. Not even a problem. We've got to keep an eye out where she's gonna emerge from. Zombies there, zombies here. She's coming out over there. And this Strelok laser, there you go. Look at that. Oh, dang it. We got that eye weak point already done for. Now we just got to be careful of, oh, is this gonna be Ether Shroud? There we go. We'll do these ones first. Good damage there. Good Ether Shroud. Beautiful. Didn't quite break two of her vents yet, but oh no, this attack. Here we go. And this is also why the Strelok laser can be really good, because you can see how good our hip fire can be from so far away just by kind of spamming ADS like we were playing on console or something, you know? Picked up a smoke, so we should be good for the next laser phase. Never mind, the laser is in this weird spot. I don't think that's gonna be a good one. We'll just Ether Shroud. There were zombies in that smoke. Oh, why are you not getting that crit point? There you go. Oh, we're so close, we're so close. I would love another smoke, please, zombies. Got no smokes, no Ether Shrouds. Haven't been launched in the air quite yet. Oh, speaking of, there it goes. Oh, but check this out, check this out. We can fall all the way back down. Boom. Not even a problem. Love that free faller augment, man. Getting intense, getting intense. Smoke grenade, sweet. Oh, this could be it, this could be it. Let's go, let's go. Smoke in here. Beautiful weak point, come on. Oh, I don't think we could do it. I don't think we got it. I don't think we got it. Crit point, come on, we're so close. Oh no, that's another launching attack. Okay, we dodged it, we dodged it. Oh, and she's still got a weak point in the center. Come on. Oh, we could do it, we could do it. I bet you we could. Let's hop on up here. She's leaving. No, don't leave, don't leave. Come on. Stick around, stick around. Don't go, don't go. Come on, Sam, come on, Sam, let's go. Come on, nice. I think we did it. Was that it? Let's go. And there we go. The Sentinel artifact just transported us into the dark ether. And this is really interesting. That effect, that galaxy effect that you're seeing, that was in Tog der Toten when we banished everything to the dark ether. So it looks like Sentinel artifact teleported us to the dark ether and then pulled Richthofen's family, perhaps out of another universe. But that part of the cutscene, the Sentinel artifact beaming up into the sky and creating that galaxy or that universe, that's the same for both sides of the boss fight. So it's my theory, not like my theory, but I'm of the belief that that alone, that Sentinel artifact, what our actions did, throughout this entirety of Black Ops 6 is the epicenter of this huge event that's going to take place in Black Ops 7. Just like how in the original Ether, the 115 and everything happened because of, you know, the OG4's journey and everything. I think what we did here opened up the Dark Ether for Dr. Monty, for the Shadowsmiths, for the Shadowman, for the Apothicons to come back. And I think once we leave the Dark Ether in Black Ops 7, I think other things are going to leave the Dark Ether in Black Ops 7. I don't know. Pretty interesting to talk about. But hey, that was the brand new PML LMG up against the Sam boss fight. Much better with rapid fire and double time without a shadow of a doubt. Really good accuracy once you hit that lower rate of fire. A lot of people say, and I maybe should have said this earlier, we have had other weapons that slow down after their first like 10 bullets or so. Notably, one of the best LMGs of Black Ops 2 Zombies, the Hammer. The Hammer started in a very suspiciously similar way where it had that really big burst of 6 or 7 rounds at the start and then it slowed down over time. So even if this LMG isn't bad, perhaps it's more misunderstood. Now, speaking of misunderstood, so many people misunderstand the Gorgafex C. In fact, a lot of people don't even know the special secret ability of it. Well, lucky for you, I tested it out and I have what I believe to be the answer. And personally, that Gorgafex C might be one of my favorite wonder weapons in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Be sure to check out my breakdown of it right here. Subscribe and stay beautiful.